What screams I make terrible financial decisions. My ex-SIL went to Walmart and bought a shitload of nail clippers, files, polish and anything to do fingernails with. I asked her what the hell she planned on doing with all that. She told me she was going to start a flea market. By purchasing inventory at full retail price? LMAO. She'll probably still make a profit when she sells the nail clippers to unsuspecting fleas at 150% markup. Unexpected, but take my upvote. When you ask them how much they paid for something and they only know the monthly payment amount. Worked with a new hire kid in a well-paying blue-collar job. Apparently it was really common for new hires to just blow their first big paycheck on a car because our trainer told them not do that in case they didn't make it past the lengthy training probationary period. Sure enough, the day after we got our first check, 19-year-old kid drives up in a '68 Camaro. In Alaska. I asked him how much that bad boy set him back and he said he managed to get it for less than $1,500 a month. Had no idea what his out-the-door price was. JFC man. Wow, your job must pay well for someone new to get a car for that much. I cannot imagine spending that much on a car. MLMs. Remember an acquaintance, barely scraping by, complaining that this program better start working for them even as they were paying out so much money, trying to fend off foreclosure on the house, and trying to talk me into signing up for this shit show. MLMs can be very, very predatory. The only way you can make quit your day job money in an MLM is by being a very, very early adopter. Being predatory is baked in. Every time you get a chunk of cash, you think you have to find a way to spend it. I used to do a really weird budget thing. I would divide it by how many days in the years I wanted to keep it, then I would add that figure incrementally each day in a notepad. If I wanted something that was $250, say, I would wait till enough days passed that I would still have budget left over after spending that figure. It worked really well and taught me delayed gratification. Still use it to this day. Your age and half plus 7 is my rule. I bet this is really smart, but I don't understand it. Could you try to explain it differently? Seconding this. This sounds really cool, but I got lost. I can't decide if we're saving money that we just received or saving up to buy something in the future. Expensive flashy car in the low-rent apartment complex parking lot. LOL this. There's this McLaren I occasionally see driving around. The license plate, I kid you not, is not poor. I feel like it's one of three things: either he is poor AF, rich but new money, or rich and has the tiniest dick in the world. Perhaps a combo of 2 and 3? As I read somewhere, I think from Morgan Housel, but I'm not sure. A 100K car doesn't tell you that its owner is wealthy, it only tells you that they are 100K poorer than they could have been. Renting furniture. I've rented furniture exactly once in my life. My husband had knee surgery. Leading up to it, so many people said they slept in their recliner for weeks after having the same surgery. We didn't have a recliner, but he thought he would be okay propped up in bed. The first night home, his nerve block wore off around 2 a.m. I was crying just from seeing him in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do. The prescription pain meds weren't touching his pain. The next morning, I went to rent a center. I said I needed a recliner fast, and I didn't care what it looked like. They delivered it that afternoon, carried it upstairs for me, and set it up in our bedroom. A month later, he was mostly healed. I called them back, they came and got it. Cost me $75, and it's the best money I've ever spent. He lived in that recliner. This is a major joke on the first new episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's latest season. Dennis and Mac reveal they've rented their furniture their entire lives. My neighbor can't buy her kids' school shoes but has custom rims and wheels. Not to the same level, but I internally have some judgment towards one of my husband's siblings. They have brand new cars, lots of toys, etc., but have zero interest in helping fund any college for any of their kids. But then get annoyed when their oldest child say they don't want to go to college. Like, of course your kid doesn't want to get themselves into mounds of debt. But instead of helping you bought a $50,000 new car. I obviously don't say anything, but it makes me very grateful my parents prioritized my college and helped me pay for it. I am just entering university and am not being helped at all for college. I always wondered why not, because we seem to have what we need and aren't dirt poor. Then the FAFSA went you peasant and now I have a pretty nice deal for college. I am not complaining, haha. Good grades and free college credit in high school helped, too. I earned 62 hours and an associate's degree that transferred. I'm just saying. If parents are rich, help out. If they are poor and good at hiding it in my case, those many but small contributions toward my education in the younger years all will mean something for my future. Carrying long-term balances on credit cards. That interest will eat you alive. I know sometimes there are emergencies and people get overextended, but if you have a variety of debts then credit card debt is most likely the one to try to take on first. I have always been a zero balance guy. Was unemployed for 7 months. It got past $10,000 and I was sweating bullets with no way to pay it off. Now I can see a path to getting it paid off in 2 months. It was definitely desperation for me. Making questionable and risky financial decisions today because you think you'll be in a better position in the near future. You might be, or you might not be. In fact, if you're the type of person who makes financial decisions this way, it will almost certainly be the latter. I had a roommate who took out student loans twice what he actually needed. His reasoning was that he can either be miserable now and miserable in the future, or have money to dick around with now and be miserable in the future. I don't know why he thought that being miserable was his future by default. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.